Hey, good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night.
Yo, this pregnant lady just showed up at my door, swung the door open, big belly, looking at me like, "You ain't take Rocky out? Just throw a little."
Oh, shit.
That's crazy. Still wearing her velvet polo PJs from yesterday. Those are different ones? Look at you. I got a real pregnant wife in here.
I can't get involved in your marriage, but you don't ever have the urge to be like, yo, I make all the bread. I was up since 5 o'clock. Why don't you walk the dog? You
You
ever say
know,
something like that?
no, wait, do I think it or do I say it?
You say it.
I'm gonna do it right now. I was up working all morning, bitch. How about you take out the
Oh,
dog?
is she there? Is she right next to you?
No,
Is she in whispering distance?
no.
Oh, okay. What time did you get up to go do your morning show?
I overslept today, like 6:45.
Okay, just
Still early
time
though.
to go walk that dog, man.
Can you walk the dog?
Walking is good for pregnant women. You
By the
see
way,
all those
facts.
pregnant women walking around the mall?
Babe, I think it would be good for you to walk the dog
Yeah.
and represent Woo while you're at it. By the way, Cipha,
I need to stage, Playboy.
you can go out in those PJs, put a jacket over it. Baby, just put over a parka. Oh, Jesus, man.
I'm gonna be 54 years old this year.
You know why I'm playing that?
Because I'm in the UK.
Typical.
I'm out here in London, foggy London town.
I'm a baby.
Cipha's in foggy London town, yeah? Do you do any shows yet out there?
I did the show tonight with Chappelle and Killer Mike is tonight. I did some stand up yesterday. I did 3 spots at this club called Top Secret, and then had then ran over to dinner with Dave and just Dave and Naomi, just hanging out with Naomi, and then
Naomi Campbell?
yeah, you know her? It's my girl. It's my girl.
I'm no spring chicken. I'm no baby.
So it was you, Dave Chappelle, and Naomi Campbell.
A lot of people. A lot of people.
Oh.
Also an actress, Jodie something.
Foster.
Yeah, no, not Jodie Foster.
Jody.
Jodie. She was in I think she was in that movie with Daniel Kaluuya, the Bonnie and Clyde remake. Is it Queenie and Slim?
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, Queenie and Slim. I saw that movie.
Yeah, she was there.
All right.
And then Dave's trainer, Dave's photographer, Dave's video guy, Dave's assistant, Dave's friend, 2 rando chicks, and me.
All right.
Oh, and the flight attendant from the private jet.
The flight attendant from the private jet came.
Yeah.
How
Her and Dave's assistant are friends.
How was the private jet to London? Nice?
No. I mean, yes, very nice. Yes. But I couldn't sleep. So it was like I felt claustrophobic. I was like not doing well. Not doing well at all.
Well,
It was hot.
it was a small one?
No, it was pretty big, but all the chairs were made into beds. They have like these air mattresses. Like so you take 2 chairs that face each other, make it into a bed.
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't sleep. So I was just like, what can I do? I'm just stuck in one spot. I can't walk around. Other people are sleeping. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So I was just trying to work on my laptop, but the seat was already made into a bed. So it's not like I was sitting in a comfortable seat. I was like sitting up on an air mattress. I was like, this fucking sucks.
No, listen, Cipha, you are the only one who could turn the private jet into just shit.
I mean, if you can't sleep,
no, because
it's hot.
You would have wanted to say at the beginning was, hey, can I just make this back to a chair? I'm not going to sleep.
Well, I could have because the flight attendant was, she could have did it for me, but I didn't. I wanted to sleep. I tried to sleep. You know when you're super tired but you can't sleep?
Of course.
And then I wanted to make it back into a chair so I could do work, but then she'd have to like move around all these other sleeping people. And it's like, Shive, what are you doing? Oh, Michelle Wolf. Sorry, Michelle Wolf was also at dinner.
Oh, that was the voice you just did. Right?
Yeah.
I like Michelle Wolf.
Titty all out all the time.
Sorry?
She's breastfeeding.
The baby's on the plane?
The baby was also on the plane, yes.
She was breastfeeding on the plane?
She breastfeeds all the time, openly. I'm like, they have things that cover that up.
Wait, by the way, you of all people must be, that's not a Cipha Sounds thing.
What?
Public breastfeeding?
No, that's not for me at all. And
That
I
is
love a titty.
that's the irony of it all.
It's the irony. I like titties for bad, not for good.
No, wait. Yeah, exactly. Not when it's not for what it's supposed to be.
Oh man.
So Scythe, that reminds me of my favorite. That reminds me of my favorite line by Redacted from the movie Made.
What is that?
You know Redacted.
I don't remember.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Elizabeth. No. Oh yeah. I'm talking about Puff.
Yeah. What was the line?
In the movie Made, he goes, "You turned an Easter egg hunt into a butt fuckathon." He says that to Vince Vaughn and John Favreau. You turned an Easter egg hunt into a butt fuckathon, which now we know, you know?
They're like, here, read this line. He goes, hey, what if I have a better line? What if I
Yeah.
got a better
He's like, wait a second, shouldn't this be turning it into something negative? They're like, yeah, we were thinking a butt fuckathon. He's like, well, yeah, whatever you consider negative. And how many more shows you got out there?
We got one tonight. Today's Tuesday. Today's Monday. We got one on Wednesday, and then we go to Rotterdam, which is near Amsterdam, on Friday.
I got to read. There's a new Chappelle review that came out.
What do you mean?
They reviewed one of his stand-ups from last week.
Now?
Yeah, there was an article. I don't know. My dad sent it to me. There was an article saying that it was basically. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know because he's a big deal.
Yeah, but usually people review stuff when it comes out.
Well, he's doing shows. You know what I mean?
He's always doing shows. He's never not doing shows.
Yeah, but he's on a run right. This is another run right now, right? I mean, this is a real. He did MSG. You know, I mean,
he's never not on a run.
Let me see what it's from. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you, and you shut your face.
Shut your fucking face, you butt fuckathonian.
Oh. Well, how about this? No. I take it back. I didn't see this part. This is interesting. Dave Chappelle takes unprecedented step to ban reporting at Bay Area show. SF Gate senior cultural editor Dan Gentile had his notebook confiscated at an otherwise tame Chappelle show at the Paramount in Oakland.
Yeah, I didn't go to that one.
Did you hear about this?
No. Why would I? They make it sound so dramatic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I assume it's not a big, like it wasn't actually a big thing. By the way,
Slow news week.
By the way,
fake news.
That's fake news. By the way, I get it. Like right now, media. Right now, the media. Cipha and I are doing our twin jerk off dance. I get it. Like with Trump coming back in, there's certainly some fear around media stuff. I totally get it. A comedian, not wanting someone writing things down during their set, is not really unprecedented, guys. Comedians have been not allowing phones in their shows for 5 years, maybe more.
Only a couple comedians do that. It's really like because you don't want the punch. They always write the punchlines.
That's what I'm saying. The point is, I'm saying they don't want material being written down.
Yeah, they always. I don't understand why they do that. Like you're ruining the whole show. Go report on everything you want, but don't ruin the jokes.
You need the jokes. You need the punchlines. That's what you're doing it for. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. We've seen it. Saif, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
What were you going to say? No, you go ahead. You're going to say something.
Don't forget your question. Is it? No, this is bad. The shit with Elon Musk, where he's cutting the funds from all these different departments and all this shit. Is this good?
Well, listen.
Some of it feels good.
No, some of it's going to be good.
One of them I saw, there was a department that measures parking spaces and they get like 200 million or some shit to regulate the size of parking spaces.
Listen, I'm
Come
telling you,
on, man.
I'm telling you right now, there's going to be, from all of this fuckery and cutting back of bloating in government, there's no question going to be good stuff that gets cut. For sure. The government's
Wait.
mad bloated.
Oh, okay. You're saying things that get cut could turn out to be good.
Oh,
You're not
no.
saying like if they cut schools and all that,
No, no,
that's wild.
no, they're going to cut good things too. That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah.
But like the thing
Yeah.
is, at first they're going to get people like, you know what, I could get on board with this. They just saved $500 million on crap, and it's going to be
I
good.
know.
But
I
then,
know, man.
but then you're going to be like, well, what did you read? Everything. What were the other cuts in there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be the devil's going to be
Yeah, I
in the
know. It's
details.
a double-edged sword. Because I saw this one guy, the Indian guy, who's like, I'm going into the FBI. And he goes,
This Trump new guy,
yeah, Cash something.
Cash. Yeah, he's supposed to be a bad guy.
He's like, yo, everybody get out of this building and go fight crime. I'm like, it sounds good. I don't know how possible it is or what the bloatedness is of the FBI, but they should get out there and fight crime.
Yeah, but like also not everyone it's not all dragnet.
I know.
There's other things that have to get done.
I know, but there is probably a lot of fucking
for sure
bullshit in all these spending things, all these budgets.
There's no doubt gonna be some, but the thing is, they're going to get rid of bloating. They're going to get rid of all this unnecessary stuff. Yet also the guy is hiring one unqualified person after another to head departments.
And also their pockets will be filled.
Oh.
Yo, Biden, the Democrats are fucking douchebags, man. Biden should have went on TV yesterday. Yo, your man is doing everything and anything he wants. I'm pardoning my son. Have a nice night.
I don't understand how there's anything to even say to him about it.
But they're like, oh, well, the reason why I did it, why are they still playing this game? Hey, yo, listen, real quick. I'm watching the game real quick. I'm pardoning my son. Have a nice night. And oh, by the way, go fuck yourself. How about that?
Yeah, hold on real quick. I just want everyone to be clear. You guys just elected a guy who currently has 34 counts against him. My son.
No, guilty.
No, he's guilty of 34 counts. My son,
guilty.
I'm pardoning my son. You people don't even care about you.
He should have said, and
do. Come on now. Why wouldn't I? And another thing.
It's my son.
It's my son. I'm not kidding around. He's got to go. He's got things to do. There's crack to smoke.
And then try to sneak it in on a Sunday. Just do it on a fucking Wednesday.
Bro, when I saw, that's literally all I thought. When I saw that he did it, I was like,
these people are pussies, man.
We got to stop, man.
Yo, listen, I got 1 month, $2 million pardon. Who want it?
Who the want what?
Then who want it? Then who want it? Then.
Spot. By the way, speaking
of Diddy, what's good? Holla at your boy. If I was Joe Biden, I would give my number out on TV, my personal cell phone number. Who want it?
Wait, you think he should go like Mike? What's Mike Jones?
Exactly.
Give his phone to you. If Joe Biden should go full Mike Jones, phone number out. Who wants a pardon?
Personal number. Tell me your name and what's the case number, whatever. $2 million, you good.
By the way, when I saw anyone complaining about the pardoning of Hunter Biden, Donald Trump pardoned Kodak Black. Why can't Joe Biden pardon his son?
His son.
It's his act. One of his sons died already. He's an old man. What kind of monster would he be if
he pardoned for what? Like a gun charge, right?
Yes.
These people love guns.
They love guns. Well, that's the whole Hudson. He might not like us. I don't know if you think he'll like the bit for us trying to say his name.
It's fine.
Just so you know, it's because we always used to think his name was just Hassan Minhaj, and then over time,
that's how he introduced himself to me.
When I met him, his name was Hassan Minhaj, and then when I saw him again, his name was Hassan Minhaj. But Hassan does a great bit about how the Republicans hate on Hunter Biden because he's a better one of them.
Yeah, I saw that.
Rich,
Yeah.
white, cocaine, prostitutes, guns. He's just out there. And they hate
No,
on him.
they're basically like, oh, you don't want to be down with us? Because you one of us, but you don't want to be down with us, so we're going to fucking
We got to
try to
put you in
knock you down.
jail. So, Saif, the question I wanted to ask you was,
Yeah.
I hate to bring this subject up again, but how do we not?
What? Go on.
I'm starting to like, I shouldn't, because why do they deserve it from me? Certainly, why would they deserve it from you?
I'm intrigued.
I feel bad for what's happening with Drake and OVO right now. Like, I feel bad. Like, this is going
weird.
No, it's going
It's weird, man.
bad. It keeps
This
getting
last move is unprecedented and very weird. I wake up in the morning, I go, I've never been not even close to a millionaire or close to a billionaire or any type of hundreds of millions. There has to be different kind of conversation.
You've been close to being a millionaire before.
Probably
Million?
like if you add it all up, but never like one time $1 million liquid.
What about 500 million?
Like there must be some other conversations that happen that these things make sense. But what is happening? Somebody told me a Drake stan said that all this stuff happened to Drake because UMG or Universal or whoever try to knock his credit down because they're about to go in for renegotiations.
Okay.
So
that still doesn't make this a good plan. No matter
I gotta
what
believe we don't know something because.
But wait, hold on, real quick though. Since the beginning of a year ago, whatever it was, at what point have they made a right move that would make us want to give them the benefit of the doubt?
You mean in the battle?
Yes. They've gotten it wrong every step of the way so far.
No, not every single step.
Sorry, no. So not every step. The first response push-ups was fine.
The battle part to me was fine. The quickness of it was actually pretty dope of how quick it was and doing shit.
But the decisions that they made, or at least that Drake
Tupac
made,
voice was weird.
One of the worst choices we've ever seen.
Okay, but that one's all right. Let that slide. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of it.
Bringing up Kendrick's wife for no reason.
Wait, hold on. Tupac voice and Snoop voice. I like the idea of using technology to try something different in a battle. Now it fell flat, but I do like the attempt.
I get it. Me too. But it fell too. You're a Canadian, and you went after the beloved West Coast rapper with AI of a fallen legend. It's
because Kendrick loves Pac so much.
I get it, but
I could see the idea in a meeting, in a conference room, come up and it being a go. I see it being a go.
But do you see what we're doing? We're talking through it, and if they talked through it, someone should have been like, "Hey."
But our emotions flaring right now?
No, right.
Their emotions were on 10. So that had to cloud the judgment a little. Okay. So then
that's a real thing, by the way.
What?
The flaring of emotions.
Yeah. So
you
then
don't realize it when you're in it.
The wife and all that, baby moms, whatever. Yeah,
that didn't
nasty, but not unheard of.
But
Jay did it to Nas.
But didn't go good.
It didn't go good with Jay, so why do it again?
It's never gone well. Like it really rarely. When Drake tried this already, Drake tried this to Pusha T.
Yeah.
He brought up his wife that no one ever talked about.
Who didn't even know she existed.
And Pusha T responded with, "You are hiding a child on record."
Yeah.
He made you change the whole way you live your life. Maybe it turned out for better. But either way,
in the long run,
he changed his life.
Yeah.
He changed your life because he said he named the song after your son.
Yeah, you're hiding a child. Yeah.
and said you're right. So their decision-making, Cipha, is in question. And I don't think I said this about Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna say the same thing about Drake.
Aaron Rodgers, that's the guy who killed those people from
No,
the
excuse
the
me?
the Patriots.
No, that's that's Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, okay. I always get those confused. Who's Aaron
No,
Rodgers?
you really shouldn't get those confused. He's the quarterback. But
For the
anyways,
Patriots?
no, not has nothing to do with the Patriots. He's on the Jets.
The Jets. Oh, yes, Aaron Rodgers. Yes. Okay.
Famously of the Packers.
He's Neville
Right.
Rodgers' son.
Again, let's just keep moving forward. Who's Neville Rodgers? Well, you know what? Did you say Nile Rodgers?
Wait, Neville? Who's Nile Rodgers?
Let's move forward.
Wait, who's Neville?
You said Neville.
Where's Billy with research?
Hey Billy, you on the episode today? Oh, Billy, man. Anyways, this is a good point. But let me hit you with this. You ready? Hey, you listening?
Yes, what's the name? Looking up Neville Rodgers.
I've said this a few
Neville
times.
Rodgers.
I'm going to say it again. When you get to a point in your life where you're so big, you're so popular, you have so much money, the people around you all live off of your money and off of your everything. If you get to the point where you don't have a friend in your life who, when you're talking, could hear you say something and look up and go, yo, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. If you don't have, I have so many. See, I'm too low. I have too many of those people.
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
But like, if you're at that point where no one can do that, because let's be real, 40 ain't doing that. Mr. Morgan ain't doing that. All these, they're not saying shut the fuck up. They're saying, well, yeah. You have to still have someone close who's just like, nah, bruv, I'm going to be 54 years old this year.
When there's meetings about you, without you, is where I would start getting really worried and upset.
Oh, and they have to be.
In the camp. Like,
what should we do? Do you think you could get through to him? I don't want to do it. Well, who could we get? Someone's got to get through to him.
You got to tell him.
No one wants to tell him. No one,
because they won't say no straight up. They'll be like, yeah, oh, okay, let me see if we can work that out. They'll see if he forgets about it. They all have these little tactics. Nah, if let him go to sleep, he'll forget about that.
By the way, you could apply this.
Don't bring it up.
You could apply this to Trump.
Oh, everybody.
You could apply it's all these leaders who get to a point where, and listen, do I know this to be a fact? Of course not. I'm not in that camp at all.
I do.
But you get to a point where you will fire people who don't tell you what you want to hear, and you will replace them with someone who tells you what you want to hear, which is the opposite of helpful.
Yeah, man. It's like even the situation with Diddy, like nobody could have been like,
you talking about
redacted. Yeah, because here, get ready.
All
even
right.
the situation with Puff. Oh no, the Puff is the bad part.
All right, so do it again.
Even the situation with Daddy.
I think we got it now.
Wait, give me three. No,
ready?
Give me three. Ready? 3. Even Combs.
Okay, sorry.
But yeah, 100%.
You're talking about
Combs. Yeah, like even with like people that I know, like they'll be like, oh, so and so's outside, or so and so wants to come backstage, and then there'll be a meeting to bring it up to somebody, and I'm not gonna say who. You know what I'm saying? Look. And it's like
you winked. You did an awkward big
a wink.
Yeah.
Like, how do you know that the main person doesn't want to see this person? You're making these decisions for them. I don't like that. I don't like it, man.
And so now they've made the choices to go with these lawsuits. I just want to be clear. If the second Kendrick brought up the young girls, Drake had responded with a defamation lawsuit, I would not have been that mad at that. I know it wouldn't have been hip hop, but if he had been like, nah, bruh, I don't play games about that,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have actually been that mad at that.
Yeah, but
The problem's the timing, and the other one, the lawsuit about the UMG stuff is like, it sounds, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like when Trump accuses people of election fraud because he knows he would do election fraud. You notice the Democrats don't accuse anyone of it because they're like, we don't cheat elections. Like, we lost, so we move on now. Whereas Trump's like, if I lose, Drake, it feels like, wait, have you done things like this?
How do you know how all these things work? Oh, because you did it. Listen, there's a time where I was like watching videos on YouTube, and I would put in like UK grime, right? I want to watch UK grime videos, and 3 videos would play, and then Drake and Future song would play.
Okay.
And I go, what? I don't want the Drake and Future song. I want UK grime.
Right.
And for weeks that would happen. 3 songs and then Drake and Future. And I'm like, I don't want the Drake and Future video. And it would play all the time. And I'm like, oh, they make it do this.
Mm-hmm.
They make it do this.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how the game is. That's how you know what they did. Or if they did it.
I'm just starting to worry that I'm starting not to see a path back. At first it was like he'll just make songs again.
No, he was in the path back was there. It was there. He was on his way. This one's weird, man.
All he had to do, and this is the irony of Drake. The irony of Drake is he at some point loved hip hop and like Little Brother and Dilla and Pete Rock, and he was into it all. In all these moments, he's resisted leaning into that. And him and I had our disagreements about those things over the years. Like, I'm not just a guy who on the radio says things should be more hip hop. I actually would tell artists, I'd push my own pro hip hop agenda to artists and be like, yo, why don't you do a song with this one? Why don't you do a song with that one? This would be super cool. And we came to disagreements at times about the view of how you do things. And I never quite understood it because I knew he had love.
Wait, this with Drake?
Yeah. We're going way back in the day.
Well, you tell him to do songs with who? Like Premier or Pete Rock or something?
I don't want to get specific, but
okay. Why not?
Because that feels like a violation of trust, even
Interesting.
I mean, like, listen, I'll say a lot about the relationships I have with people. I don't ever speak about specifics of things that they like.
Unless it's Jay-Z.
Even then. I hate Ebro, man.
Sorry, go ahead.
Ebro ruined my whole relationship with Jay-Z. It took me all these years to recover. If it wasn't for my pregnant wife who rapped the lyrics to Blueprint 2.
And then what'd she do? She whispered in his ear, I love you or something?
If she didn't tell Jay, I love you the second she met him. What was that? No, Natalie, I'm not going to say that on the air. She said, I know his iPad password. That's not good.
What?
We sat behind him while he was opening his iPad. His iPad. So do you feel close to him now?
Is it an obvious password?
Is it obvious or like
kind of like 1204 or something?
It's not obvious. No, it's random.
It's random to us.
Listen, it's something between Jay and her. Yo, what if one day he gifts her the iPad? Think about how nice that would be. No, but with the exception of that one time, and even when Ebro forced me to tell the Jay-Z story, I still never told the details of what it was about exactly, just for the record.
All right, cool. So so you spoke to Drake.
And we would disagree because I'd be like, you love hip hop. Why don't you just lean in? And for some reason, it's like he always has resisted fully embracing the hip hop part of him. But then he also wants to get the credit for being the best rapper, right? But he doesn't want to lean into the most hip
Does he
hoppy.
want the credit for being the best rapper?
I mean, otherwise, what's the point of going to war with all these people? What was the point of battling Kendrick then if you didn't want to sit on top of the throne? He could have
The
let
best
Kendrick.
rapper or the most popular person or so to say. Like, I don't know if
He could have blown off that the Kendrick like that stuff. If Drake had wanted to, he could have been like, I don't care.
right. He could have made a meme.
Yeah, he's saying things about me on a song with few. Oh, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
I'm still Drake. He didn't have to do all this.
Post on the enemy. So that the enemy, no, what is it?
Yeah, the friend.
So my enemy's friend is my enemy or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah,
And just kept it moving.
but he wants to. And then this opportunity to me came along yet again. Here we are. It's 2024. You just had this battle that did not go the way you would have hoped. The public is now in love with Kendrick Lamar like he just came out. Part of that is based on the fact, obviously, that he took out the giant. I saw
He didn't take him out.
he knocked him down.
He gave him a black eye.
He won a fight. He won one fight.
Yeah.
It's like when Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. Yo, for a minute, and I'm, by the way, obviously Kendrick is not Buster Douglas. Kendrick is a formidable fighter who people have been watching him build his whole career, and then he knocked out Drake. But in that moment, the comp is more so about the Mike Tyson piece than about the Buster Douglas piece, because in that moment, all of a sudden, people who never knew who Buster Douglas was were celebrating him because he knocked out Mike Tyson.
Right.
Even though they loved Mike Tyson. But the fact that he pulled off the impossible, I'm seeing now people who never checked for Kendrick Lamar give him credit in a whole new way because he knocked out Mike Tyson. That's how they saw it.
Yeah.
What they don't understand is Drake was never Mike Tyson. Kendrick Lamar is. Kendrick was always ready. Kendrick could have knocked out anybody, any point. That's not what he wanted to do. He wanted to make his Pulitzer Prize albums and his righteous, spiritual, cultural, lyrical miracle albums, and let nerds like me heap praise on it. He didn't care about being in the club. Now you tempted him. He showed you what he could do. Now he's done it. And now Drake had to respond. Drake's response, Cipha, it was the time for him to go away and come out a year later, 6 months later, whatever it is, with a fucking masterpiece hip hop album.
No, I disagree. That would do nothing for what Drake was before the battle.
Go ahead.
Giant that he was. Everything about him, clubs, girls, strip clubs, radio songs, singing songs, touring all over the world. Just a dope ass hip hop album in the grand scheme of what I think OVO's point is to be successful, would not make a dent in their whole system. It would not make a dent. It would do nothing. It'd be a loose, like a passion project, not even like a hobby project.
Yeah.
It does not fit anything that they do.
Then why do the battle at all? Why get into this huge hip hop thing then? That's all about the raps.
Emotions.
But now you're there.
So you're saying after the battle to go away and make a dope ass hip hop album?
Yes. Like if you were ever going to, because how do you come back from a battle that was all about rap?
Because the battle was, it has to be viewed as a mistake.
And then so you're saying get back with the program. Just go back to regular scheduled programming and move forward.
I'm not saying that's the right move. I'm saying I think that's what they're thinking is the right move.
Yeah. And I do get
because
that.
What has worked for so long, let's just get back to that. We know it works. Also, like, where's this Party Drake album?
I don't know.
Like, and I know nothing about the situation, and OVO doesn't give a fuck about me. But
well, apparently they do.
from what you said you were gonna do, like a lot of people criticize you for having all these artists, but then always collaborating with other artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in the midst of losing the battle, you're like, fuck it, we lost. Ladies, get ready this fall. You're gonna have that Party Drake album. And where is it? Like, I was like, in my mind, in my little stupid mind of way business should work, I'm like, oh, this knocked Drake down a little bit to go, hey, let me focus on my home team. And where is it? Where's the fucking what's his name? Party Next Door
Yeah.
Drake collab album.
It's not there.
But this shit, this lawsuit shit, like you lost the battle. We've all moved on. We have little jokes here and there, but we're like, Drake will be fine. He's gonna get back to business, do what he does. We're gonna get the craziest Drake singles any minute now and get back to work. And the thing about this shit is like what Kendrick said, like, we don't want to hear you talk tough. We don't want to hear you talk tough. And we're fine with it. Go back to what you do. And then this is the ultimate not tough talk.
The ultimate.
This is I'm gonna tell you what some people are saying, like, this is like the side.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
Yo, run to lawyers.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. The Jew part of me.
Oh, whoa. Redact that. Redact it.
The part of me. I'm not happy about it. I'm not.
I know there's hundreds of millions of dollars difference between us and them, and maybe we don't understand the power move that they're doing. But on the streets, it looks bad.
I would say it looks so bad that you're going to lose more money because of this than you would have lost from whatever was going on.
Or whatever you get from it, you're
It
going
ain't
to
worth
lose
it.
way more.
It ain't worth it.
This one is, I mean, I don't understand.
Scythe, this is what I mean about every move being like, what are you talking about? He then went on a streamer who I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Not Kai Cenat, that's in the culture. Some white boy streamer I've never heard of. And he announces an Australian tour that's named for something I've never heard of. And it's going to be happening during the Super Bowl. Like, bro, you can go on stage in Australia the night of the Super Bowl. It ain't changing what's happening, bro. Like, this is all just like, I've never seen a fumble like this. And I know it's going to sound like I don't mean this. I do. It like makes me worry for the guy. Like, what are you doing? The choices are so crazy. And like, you're digging a hole that's getting worse and worse. What? This doesn't have to be this bad. Like, why are we?
I mean, they gotta know that whatever play they're making. Did they put out the information, or the UMG who put out the lawsuit was happening?
I think UMG responded to it.
Whatever they're doing, that's their business. But they gotta know that we're not gonna, the people, not even me, who you and I are even a little bit closer to than just the people out in the streets, the civilians. We're low level privates in this game. We're low level.
I'd rather not be considered so low, but go ahead.
We're low.
Okay, well, stop making
low.
I don't know about that low.
We
but
burn
yeah.
barrels of shit. Okay, that's what we do.
Okay,
but the people are gonna look at this. There's no way they can understand any of this. It looks like you just ran to the lawyers. Like, it's like when a tough dude gets punched in the face at the club. He's like, I'm calling my lawyer. Like, well, you were just talking tough in the club.
I'm telling you, it makes me legitimately like
But that overall, you're saying
it makes me feel bad. And by the way, I have a problem with this. This is in my personal life. I literally can deal with someone who is a fucking mean asshole. And when it's time for them to get what they deserve, I then feel bad.
I agree. I'm
It's
the
by the way,
same way.
I don't think it's even a good quality. I'm not even saying this is like I deserve credit, like, oh, I'm so
No,
good.
it's
I don't
we're hurt. We are hurt people for some different traumatic reasons.
and
Because
like
that happens to me.
even though I don't do anything in my life that really should make me deserve to have anything that bad happen, when other people do it, I'm like, I'll have someone being mean to me, Siph. And while they're doing it, I'm thinking, they don't even understand how this is really just hurting themselves. This is stupid. Why are
Yeah,
you
yeah, me
doing
too.
this?
I'm the same
Yeah.
way, bro.
And Drake deserves this. Like in the sense that he hasn't ingratiated himself to lots of people. He has at every turn, every bit of advice from a me, or I'm sure many other people like me, that's like, hey man, maybe lean into the culture piece here a little more. This would be
Yeah,
good. Do some culture
yeah.
stuff here. I'm gonna do this. This is hot. I'm gonna do this. This is hot. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna bring up man's wife. I'm gonna
I
bring up this. I'm
remember
gonna do AI. I'm gonna and then it's still all coming back, and I'm like, but I feel bad.
I remember the day somebody told me, it might have been, I don't remember who it was, but somebody told me that Drake is no longer doing radio interviews because every time he does a radio interview, people go at him for whatever reason. And I was like, just get better at radio interviews. Like, don't be so big that you just cut it out and just don't do it anymore. Get better at it. You know what I mean? Like, hire a couple radio guys to teach you about what radio is trying to get when you come in for these interviews and be ready for it.
By the
Turn
way,
it around.
But by the way, or and this goes back to, of course, my origin story of being annoyed with him at different times, or go to a place that the people are cool and have
No,
been
but
friendly to you.
even if he went to you, Ebro would throw something. But just expect shots when you go and combat it. Well, you gonna throw shots at me? Wow, I thought we were cool. You know what I mean? Like, play with it. You know what I'm saying? And then like when you only your only interviews is podcasts that are your friends and that you paying for to go up to wherever you are. Like, why do you want to be in that much control? Just like go be real. Go be real.
And this is why I feel bad. Because I don't see how this gets a good ending now. I mean, I guess he'll like because now it's like it went from everybody likes Drake to like there's a very like it's the Drake fans.
The people saying "I told you so" right now is they're on fire.
What do you mean?
The people that like okay, let's say you're a Kendrick fan or just not a Drake fan, and then you know someone that is a Drake fan, and they drop this lawsuit shit, and the Kendrick fan is like, "See, told you your boy is whack. Told you."
So we'll see. We'll see if he
What
can.
do we know?
All right. This has been great. I hope you have a great time in London.
I plan on it, even though the day's almost over. The hours are off. You know what I mean?
Was it
Tomorrow will be my off
4:30?
day.
4:30?
It's 3:30.
3:30. What are you going to do after this?
Right now, I'm going to finish my mix for Jared Freed's walk-in music for his special.
You're making a mix?
Yeah, Yacht Rock in 2000 Pop.
Okay.
I'm pretty much done, and then I got to leave for the show at 6:30, and then we'll be up all night to the wee hours.
Who do you think you're going to party with tonight? I guess you don't even know.
I know. I know Jimmy Carr's on the show. Me, Michelle Wolf, Jimmy Carr. I think I saw Z's name floating around.
Oh.
And then the hotel Dave stays at is like the scene. So I'm sure Killer Mike and all his crew will come back over there.
You know what, Cipha? Let's take this conversation to Patreon. What do you think?
Wait, we're gonna stop right now and go to Patreon
Yeah. So because if
in this
people want
awkward moment.
yeah, right at this awkward moment, if people want a whole other show, a full
Yeah.
other episode of us going into
Full blown
some-
AIDS.
That's not exactly how I would say it, but if you want to
full
go,
blown AIDS episode, come
that's
join us
again,
on Patreon.
that's not how I would describe it, but we're gonna do
Thanks,
a full
Emilio.
Patreon.com/Juan Ep is life. Wow.
Also, I want y'all to know, I want all the people out there to know
When is
that
this?
when you complain about not getting enough Juan Ep,
Yeah.
I need you to understand you need to blame Emilio for shaving us down.
Oh yeah. There's years more episodes.
There are so many lost episodes in
Oh.
Emilio's deleted files.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
You don't even know. We do 3 or 4 episodes a week and he whittles it down to 1. He's like,
Yo, peace and blessings. Y'all will see you on Patreon.
"You guys is just talking too much."